Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys, can you hear me? Um, you seem so different in a good way after being with your family. That might be true. Really? That's interesting. You guys can hear me, right? Hi. Hey guys. Good evening or good night. But you might be right. I probably do seem different. Just making sure. Okay, you can hear me. Awesome, guys. Happy Tuesday for me. Monday maybe for you guys. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things today. So I wanted to talk about some end of the year gems, some end of the year things that I've been focusing on to help me have a good 2026. And I don't know, just some things I learned this year. Hi. I'm also fundraising today for anyone um, who can reach out and help your girl. Keep going on these travels. You guys know I'm visiting every country in the world and continuously traveling and trying to bring you guys good content. So we're fundraising tonight with the goal of raising 350. I think we can. Simultaneously, I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple points, and I'm going to be reading from one of my favorite books in the world. Hi guys. Hey, chaotic cats. Hi, tail phasia system. Hi, Felicia. Shalom. Hi, Christopher. Monday night in Canada. Hi, Benny. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about two different subjects. Of course, I always write a bunch of notes. So I'm in Japan right now, by the way. And here it's 10:30 a.m. It's morning here. So I'm going to be talking to you guys about ending the year well, some things I learned this year, and yeah, just some gems that I've been learning. Specifically, I'm going to talk about Matthew chapter 25, one of my favorite chapters in the Bible, and I'm going to be reading also from one of my favorite books, Thinking Fast and Slow. This is one of my favorite books ever. But I'm only going to be reading from one chapter in this book. So yeah, hi, arigato. Arigato gozaimasu. So yeah, I also may be snacking on my food, so I've got some snacks here. I'm not going to eat yet though. So yeah, I'm going to jump right into it. And if anyone can, for the people who want to donate, the donation method is Cash App, Maryjane bio at the bottom. And I'm going to be thanking you guys if you donate. So I'll have my eyes on the donations, but I'm going to simultaneously talk to you guys while we're doing this. Okay, I think I'm all set up here. It's 8:30 p.m. in America. I know the East Coast is about 14 hours behind Japan. Um, so yeah, I'll jump right into it. I guess one of the biggest, so I turned 30 soon. I turned 30, I'm about to turn 30 years old in 10 days. No, in 9 days. In 9 days, I will turn 30. That's crazy. My birthday is on Christmas Day. Yes, I'm in Starbucks. I'm always in Starbucks. I don't know, they have good Wi-Fi. That's why I come here to do the live streams. And the music isn't that loud. So, I turn 30 next week. My birthday is December 25th. And so I feel like I've been doing a lot of reminiscing. I feel like I've been doing a lot of thinking because I'm coming to the end of like an era. My 20s is over, basically. I'm about to be 30. So I've just been thinking so much about how much I've learned in my 20s and how, I don't know, how different, how much I've learned in my 20s. I was a way different animal in my early 20s, and I don't know, I just feel like I've learned a lot. And so I've been thinking about what have I learned in these past 10 years, and especially during all of my travels. I've been to 139 countries and counting. I've basically been traveling my entire 20s. I was traveling. So I want to talk about chapter 29 of Matthew, or chapter 25 of Matthew. It's a parable that Jesus taught, which has become so honestly true to me. And I think it's how success works, whatever success means to you. Who are the successful people? Who are the successful people in the world? What does that mean? What does it mean to be successful? What does it mean to live life well? And I think Jesus answered this question perfectly in Matthew chapter 25. I'm not going to read. Okay, I'll read the whole thing, but it's very quick. So hold on, give me 1 second. I don't have my Bible with me. Although the verse I'm talking about is verse 29. So, but let me read it really quick. It's a quick passage. This is what I think it means to live a successful life, or to be successful, or to live life well. Okay, so I'm going to quickly read it. It's not too long. It's only 13 verses. I'm going to go through this quick. Hi. Then Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven can be likened to, no, this is the King James Version. We're not going to do the King James Version. Hold on. We're going to do NIV. Of course, I didn't bring my Bible with me to Starbucks. It's too heavy. Yes, ChatGPT. Give me Matthew chapter 25. Oh, ChatGPT is so annoying sometimes. Asking too many questions. Okay, here we go. Let me go through this. I'm very good. Hi, guys. Yes. Verse by verse. I'm asking ChatGPT to give me Matthew chapter 25, and it keeps asking me all these questions. Here we go. Matthew chapter 25. I'm going to go through this really quickly because I'm trying to say something at the end of it. The kingdom of heaven is like 10 bridesmaids who took lamps to meet the bridegroom. This is why you always need your Bible. This is why I don't like leaving the house without my Bible. Here we go. Now it's giving me what I'm asking for. So the kingdom of heaven is like a man who was going on a journey and was entrusted his wealth to his servants. So there's a king. This is a story that Jesus was telling, meaning it's not a real story. It's like a metaphor, right? So this is not a real story. It's just an example. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who was going on a journey and trusted his wealth to his servants. He gave each servant a different amount based on their ability and then left. The servant who received 5 talents immediately put the money to work and gained 5 more. The servant with 2 talents also doubled what he was given. But the servant with 1 talent went away. By the way, a talent is like a measure of money. But the servant with 1 talent went away, dug a hole, and put his money in a hole. After a long time, the master returned and asked each servant to give an account. The servant with 5 talents brought 10 and explained he had doubled what he was entrusted with. The master praised him as good and faithful, rewarded his faithfulness, and invited him into greater responsibility and greater joy. The servant with 2 talents also reported doubling his portion. The master gave him the same and praised him and gave him a reward. The servant with 1 talent came forward and said he feared master, believing him to be harsh. Because of fear, he hid his money and never did anything with it, and it was he returned the amount that he was given. The master rebuked him, calling him wicked and lazy for doing nothing with what he was given. He said to the servant he should have at least put the money into the bank so it could gain interest. The master ordered the talent taken from him and he gave the talent that from the one guy who hid his money, and he gave it to the guy who had 10 talents. He explained that those who faithfully use what they are given will receive more, but those who do not will lose even what they have. The unfaithful servant was cast out into darkness, picture lost and separation from God forever. Okay, why did I tell that story? Thank you so much. Why did I tell that story? Matthew chapter 25. I believe that is the difference between a successful person or a non-successful person, however we measure success, right? Who is using what they are given? See, the story that Jesus told this story, by the way, verbally, this story came out of Jesus's mouth. The reason he told this story is because life isn't about it's not really necessarily like what you were born into, what family you were born into, what the last name you were born into, it's not really about that. I don't even think that's what success is, I think success, being successful, living life well is like, what are you doing with whatever it is you were given? Whatever that is, even if you were given, maybe you don't feel like you were given that much. Okay, fair enough. What are you doing with what you were given though? You know what I'm saying? And I believe that a life spent well, or I don't even think we could be happy in life, to be honest, if we are not pushing ourselves to do something more than what we were born into. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a part of life that is I'm trying to explain what I'm trying to say. A life well lived is like you just looking at whatever you got and being like, how can I flip this and turn whatever hand I was dealt better? You know what I'm saying? So it's not really like you don't have to compare yourself to anybody. Maybe you weren't given as many opportunities as somebody else. Like, who cares? What are you doing with what you have, the time you have? Maybe you're like, well, I'm a mother of 4 little kids and all I do is run around after my kids and I don't have time to do anything. Sure, that's totally understandable. But you've got something. You got something to give. You got some kind of talent. You can find something somewhere, do something, even if it is just taking care of your kids for now. I think God, obviously, I think he is in control of this whole thing. I don't think humans are the highest power in the world. I believe in God. And I believe that he definitely cares. Just whatever we have in front of us, what are we doing with it? And that's why I guess it could be different for different people, but I think a lot of people say, well, I don't have what that person has, or I don't have the talent that person has. I don't have the beauty that person has. I don't have the money that person was born into. I don't have the whatever. And so I'm not going to do anything. And I think that is the definition of failing in life. Failing. I mean, we're all constantly failing, but failing isn't necessarily a bad thing because it's like life's best teacher. Just get back up and try again, try a different way, take a different angle. But you definitely don't want to be somebody who is saying, well, I don't have what somebody else has, so therefore my life will not be good. Therefore, I can't do anything. You definitely, absolutely can. You're given something. There's something you got that somebody else doesn't have. So that's just something I was reflecting on today. That's one of my favorite chapters in the Bible, Matthew chapter 25. Take what you have, and I think the easiest way to waste your talents could be anything. Talents could be literal talents. Talents could be money. Maybe you have money and you could be, I don't know, doing a lot more with it. Or maybe it's not money. Maybe it's, I don't know, anything. You've got some edge somebody else doesn't have. You've got some talent. You've got something that somebody else doesn't have, and you could be using it. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the biggest way that we can waste our talents, no matter what that talent is one, not acknowledging it, saying that it doesn't exist, or just living a life of distraction, scrolling on your phone all day, watching Netflix all day. Hey. Oh, hi. Okay. Hi. Scrolling on your phone all day, watching Netflix all day, these kind of things. It doesn't really matter what you have, because you're wasting your time. You're totally wasting everything. Time is one of the most precious things we have on this planet, and you definitely don't want to be wasting it. Okay. Like, whoa. Oh, I'm so glad you said you needed it. I truly believe this is a lot of people's issue. You think for some reason that you're supposed to be comparing yourself to other people, and that is the worst thing you can do. Who cares what this random person is doing with their life? That has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? This random person you see on social media is doing big things in life, so you're going to feel bad about yourself. This is a random person. Who cares? It has nothing to do with you and your life. I don't know. You shouldn't care what other people got going on, because you're only looking at that person in a perception anyways. You don't know their story. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know how long they're going to be. You don't know anything. You don't know what God's doing with them. You don't know anything. So comparison is the stupidest thing we could possibly do. You need your eyes on, if you're in a race, right? You're running on the track. Say you're on a track running, right? Like, what is it called? Yeah, running track. And somebody's next to you, you start looking at that person, you're definitely not going to be winning. Your eyes are on somebody else. Yes, I am fundraising today. I am fundraising for my mission of visiting all the countries in the world, which I have been doing for 8 years. And I'm trying to finish in 2026. I am on a mission to complete the last 56 countries that exist in the world that I have not yet been to. It's taken me 8.5 years, 139 countries, and yeah, I'm finishing in 2026, God willing. So I'm fundraising for that. If anyone can donate, it is so appreciated. It helps keep me going. We got a donation. Was it Stacy? Thank you so much for the $10 donation. Thank you so much for the $10 donation, Stacy. I'm trying to raise $350 in today's live stream, so that was just the first $10 of the $350. We're now down to $340. Thank you so much. If you can donate to help me with this mission, keep me going, keep bringing you guys amazing videos. It's what keeps me going, and it's so it supports my travels, absolutely. So if you can donate, anything helps. Yeah. So today's fundraising goal was $350. Somebody just donated $10. Thank you so much. If you can donate, the Cash App is the best way to donate, because I get the whole thing, but also super chats work as well. It's just YouTube takes a percentage. So yeah, if you can donate to the Cash App, it's pinned at the bottom. And thank you so much, Stacy, for the $10 donation. We're gonna try to raise $350 today in the live stream. So now it's down to $340. So yes, I believe that we are all expected, like, I don't even believe it's a choice. Like, I don't even think you have the choice in your life, because life was a gift, right? What did you do to exist on planet Earth? You didn't do anything, right? It was a gift. Life, this thing was given to you, and I believe we are expected to flip whatever we got, whatever life we got, whatever, life is so crazy, and who knows, we're all born into all these different scenarios, and the way life works is just crazy. The odds that we exist, the odds that you're here, whatever hand you were dealt, comparing that to somebody else is one of the stupidest things, in my opinion. I think that success means you took what you were given and you flipped it. Like, you don't have to start Apple. You don't have to climb Mount Everest. That is not the definition of success. The definition of success, according to the Bible, Matthew chapter 25, is what were you given? Because when we all going to stand before God, I believe that we're going to be expected, not to be perfect, obviously not, but to at least, I was given this, and I flipped it into this. I doubled what I was given, or I tripled what I was, whatever it is. I think that is what we are all expected, and we are able to do whatever God puts it in our heart to do. If you have a dream or a goal or a vision, you can absolutely do it. There is no reason that any of us don't have a good as chance as anybody. We all are living a phenomenon, and life is great. Life is, like, none of us really understand this 24-hour experience. But the odds are crazy. The odds that you exist are crazy. So the odds of you being able to live your dreams is absolutely possible. I wanted to move on to a different topic called the 10,000 hour rule. This is one of my favorite chapters in one of my favorite books. One of my favorite books is called The Outliers. Who wrote The Outliers? I should have brought it with me, but it's back at my Airbnb. Who wrote The Outliers? Let me see really quick. The Outliers is written by, I knew that, Malcolm Gladwell. Have you guys read The Outliers? It's a very popular book. It's a book about who are the successful people and why do they become successful, right? The whole book is about the successful people in life and how do they end up that way. And there is a really good chapter in that book called the 10,000 hour rule. And basically this 10,000 hour rule means they did, somebody said they donated 100, but I didn't get it. If you meant too close to the mic. Sorry, is this better? I don't know if you're making a joke, but nobody donated 100, but thanks for considering to. If you want to donate to my Cash App, it's Maryjane Byram. But we only have one donation so far. It was Stacy donated $10. If you can donate, that would be amazing. I don't see the $100 donation. I don't know if you were joking, but that would be appreciated if you could. To what cause? To what cause that is a good word to pray on for more revelation. Right. One of my favorite chapters is the 10,000 hour rule in this book called The Outliers. And so the 10,000 hour rule is basically this rule of thumb that if you do anything for 10,000 hours, you are an expert at that thing. So I think when we look at people who are quote unquote good at something or quote unquote doing well in some area of life, we say, oh, that person is so lucky or that person is so talented. And that's not usually true. There is a rule of thumb that if you do something for at least 10,000 hours, you are an expert at that thing. So talent goes out the window. It does not matter at all how talented you are at a certain thing, because if you do something in your life, in your brain for 10,000 hours, your brain figures out how to do it perfectly. So whether that be the piano, you don't have to be born with the talent to play piano. If you play the piano every day, you will get better every single day, regardless of who you are. If you hit that 10,000 hour mark, you can be considered a total expert at anything. So think about that. Think about that. What are we spending 10,000 hours doing? You could be, that obviously goes over years. The average ice skating expert, to become an expert at ice skating, it's somewhere around 10,000 hours of ice skating that you become Olympic level good at ice skating. Somewhere around the 10,000 hour mark of playing any kind of sport, you're now an expert. That's like the Olympic level of, you becoming so good at something that you're considered an expert. And I love this rule because it kind of breaks down a lot of fear, I think, and it breaks down a lot of what can I say? Like a lot of people feeling like you didn't get a good chance at something. Or it's not about chance. It's not about what you were born with. You can make yourself an expert at anything. You can make yourself an expert. Unfortunately, a lot of us are wasting our time. You know how many people tell me, Maryjane, I don't read because I'm not good at reading? What do you mean you're not good at reading? Maybe you're not good at reading because you don't read. There's no such thing as being good at reading. It's just looking and reading words. It's just concentration. Now, what you could be bad at is concentrating, but you can teach yourself to concentrate by concentrating. You know what I'm saying? You've been teaching and presenting wellness for 32 years, an expert in lifestyle, modern change, and travel and food. Wow, come on. You got some credentials. Reading is hard. Okay, if you decided reading is hard in your brain, reading is hard in your brain. If you can read these words on the screen right now, you just typed these words. You're typing words right now. That means you can read. If you can write, you can read. So you can read. What you mean is you have a hard time reading because you don't read. It's like any muscle you use. If you don't use it, it won't work. Okay. So if you want to make excuses, make excuses. But there is a 10,000 hour rule, and there's so many great people who knew they were bad at things, so they did them because they were bad at them. I'll give you an example. Me, Maryjane Byram, the person on the other side of this screen right now, I am a great example of what I'm saying right now. I was very, very, very unbelievably, incredibly crippling. The kind of shy that like I would have a panic attack when somebody talked to me. You could ask anybody in my family. All of my other siblings have always been a little bit more outgoing than me. Not me. I was insanely awkward. Not only awkward, I had extreme social anxiety. So when I was living with my sister in China and I was bored and my sister said, why don't you start a YouTube channel? It horrified me. I said, there's no way in hell that I'm putting myself on the internet. I'm shy. I don't want hundreds and thousands of people looking at me. Plus I'm awkward as well. And so my sister had to say it to me for about 6 months before I even considered putting a video on YouTube. And even when I put a video on YouTube, I didn't think that I was going to like become popular. I thought that just my family and my friends were going to see my videos. If you had told me 8 years ago that there would be thousands of people looking at me on YouTube, judging me, being mean, picking me apart, I would have said hell no. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, I just said the H word. I just said the H word. I never curse. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I can't believe the H word just came out of my mouth. Okay. If you want to say I'm not popular, that's fine. But what I mean is that my videos have been viewed over 60 million times. Sure, it doesn't matter if I'm popular or not because it has nothing to do with the argument that I'm trying to make right now. The argument I'm trying to make right now is that if you had told me that I would have millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of people that have seen me on the internet. It would have horrified the heck out of me. If you had told me that I would have put a video on the internet and thousands of people would be looking at me, judging me. Not everybody's nice. There's tons of mean people on here. I would have said, I'm not going to sign up for that. I would have never signed up for that. I would have chosen to have a private life where nobody knows who I am. Nobody knows who I am. I don't have to be judged by anybody. So anyways, I am an example. Also, I was extremely fearful. If you told me that I would be traveling all these countries by myself, I would say there's no way I'm doing that. I'm scared. I don't want to go to all these foreign countries. So I was not really born with anything that I consider myself. Thank you. I wasn't really trying to say that I'm, the point is, if I knew what was on like, if you had told me 8 or 9 years ago that I would be on the internet and, have thousands of people watching and judging and all this stuff, I would have never signed up for it. I would have never signed up for that. I'd be like, no, thank you. So what I'm saying is, the things that I think that I'm good at now, I was not born with. I know this 10,000 hour rule is true. It's a 10,000 hour rule, meaning whatever you've done, and it doesn't have to be exactly 10,000 hours, but I did the math, and I think that I've been traveling for more than 10,000 hours in my life. So I've gotten good at it. Anyways, the 10,000 hour rule, whatever you do, you become better at. End of story. End of story. So you don't have to say, well, I wasn't really necessarily blessed in that area. I don't naturally have this. I don't naturally have that. Who cares what you naturally have? Yes. If you can donate anything you can, $25, $50, $75, $100. I'm fundraising today to help me keep going this mission of visiting all the countries. Shout out to, we've had one donation so far. It was Stacy. She donated $10. Thank you so much, Stacy, for the $10 donation. You guys can donate. The donation method is Maryjane on Cash App, which is pinned. If you don't know how to spell it, it's pinned in the comments. I'm wanting to raise $350 today. It all goes towards me finishing this mission, a visa, a flight. It all helps so much. It helps very, very, very much. We're going to try to raise $350 today. So yeah, the first point I made today was that I believe a life well lived means you took whatever you were given, and you flipped it. You made something better out of what you were given. End of story. You don't have to say, well, I wasn't given this, or I wasn't given that, or I don't have this, so I can't do anything with my life. I can't do anything with... No, you were given something. Some talent, some ability, some strong suit. It says in the Bible, we were all given. And it is true that some people are born... It is true that some people are given more in life. Some people are born with more talents. You ever meet those people that are just good at everything? They're naturally good at everything. Those naturally smart people. There's some people like that, sure. There's people that were born with a lot more opportunities. Absolutely. But that doesn't matter, because in the end, it's about what you do with your life. How do you flip the situation you were born into? You could be born with a lot and run it into the ground. I know people who've done that. They were born with so much, and you can run your life into the ground. Think of all the celebrities, you know what I'm saying? I believe that a life well lived means you just took your situation, whatever that is, and you flipped it in a positive way. Despite what was thrown at you, because we're all, not saying life is easy, because it's not, but And then I said the 10,000 hour rule. If you do anything for 10,000, oh my gosh, there is a giant spider. Okay, hold on. Oh my god, wait a minute, there's a spider. Okay, I'm about to scream. There's a spider, guys. There's a spider. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at that spider. It looks small on camera. Okay, let me show it. Hold on. Look at this thing. What the heck? What the? Yo, okay, stay calm. I don't like Japanese spiders. Okay, hold on. Okay, calm. I think I'm gonna try to kill it. Sorry. No. See, it's coming over here. See? Excuse me. I'm looking for somebody to help me. It's weird looking. I don't like it. I'm gonna kill it. It's huge. No. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Okay, it's coming over here. It thinks it's funny. Sorry. Do you kill spiders? I want to ask this girl for help. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to kill it. I can do this. Oh my gosh, it's so big. Okay, no one else is looking at the spider. I'm gonna have to kill it. I can do this. Okay. It's a sign. What kind of sign is this? What kind of sign? Jesus. Sorry. I'm so sorry. It jumped. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay, it jumped. I don't like jumping things. Oh Jesus, Lord help me, Holy Spirit. Okay, I can do it. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. I can't sign up for. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm losing my mind over a spider. Nope. See. Nope. I'm gonna get it. No one else cares. I'm gonna have to fight this battle by myself. Okay, hold on. It's still jumping around my feet. Jesus, Lord, help me. Boom! I got it, guys. I got it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I am so sorry for that interruption, you guys. The spider's dead. The spider is dead. It's over with. Oh my gosh, Lord Jesus, help me. Okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. And I am sorry, guys. We're back to business. I'm serious. I'm looking around for other people. I'm just like, does anyone else care about this spider? I had to do that all by myself. Okay. Let me see if I can just put the microphone right here. Oh God, I hate spiders. Okay. I did it, guys. Spider neutralized. Hey, babies. Thank you so much, too. I'm sorry I was killing spiders and I didn't acknowledge your donation. Thank you so much, Benny. We have raised $20 in the stream today. Shout out, Benny. Shout out, Stacy for the $10 donations. I appreciate it so much. If you can donate to help me with this mission of visiting all the countries in the world, it helps so much, helps me keep me going. And I wanted to raise $350 today. We raised $20 today. If you could hit me with a $30 donation, I think if 10 people did that, we would raise the entire amount. But if not, $10, $15, it all helps. There's spiders coming at me. I don't know. I didn't even know spider. Whoa! I appreciate you for taking out the spider. Thank you. Thank you so much, Victory in the Scriptures. I took it out. I faced my fears. Thanks so much for the $2 donation. If you can donate, super chats help so much. Cash App is usually preferred, but super chats are 1000% appreciated. Thank you so much. Shout out. I know not everybody has Cash App, so yeah. Super chats. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh, I was having a heart attack. Oh boy. Where's a man when you need him? You know what I'm saying? Just kidding. You know what's funny? Like, I was just with my brother. I was riding in the car with my brother, and my brother is this big, macho man. He's tall. I'm sure he's like 6 foot something, and he's so tough. And oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. And we were riding in his truck one day, and it was nighttime. This was like 2 weeks ago, and we see this big spider like crawling across the dashboard. And I say to my brother, Jesse, look, there's a spider. And he's driving, by the way. He screams at the top of his lungs like a little girl. So I don't even want to hear it. I thought all men were supposed to be not afraid of spiders. And my brother acts so tough. He acts so tough. He's always at the gun range, shooting, like, you know. And then he sees a little spider. He screams at the top of his lungs. And he looked more afraid than I looked. So I thought men were supposed to be not afraid of spiders. I'm like, oh, okay. He was terrified. He was about to crash the car because it was like this giant spider just crawling over the. I'm like, okay, guys, moving on. So we caused a little scene in here, but threat neutralized. Okay, I wanted to move on to some different topics. So the first topic we talked about today was, I guess the theme for today's live stream is, what is a life well lived? I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I've been doing a lot of, because I'm about to turn 30 years old. I turned 30 next week. My birthday is on December 25th. So since I'm coming to the end of an era, my 20s are over, I have been doing a lot of thinking. I don't know. I've just been thinking like crazy, like all of the things I've learned in my 20s. Man, I feel like I've learned so much. Yeah, I'm 30 next. I'm only in my 20s for 9 more days, you guys. I will be a part of Team 30, and I'm very excited. I think 30s is going to be a vibe, so I'm just going to hold this microphone. So yeah, I'm very excited to turn 30, but I've been doing a lot of reflecting and thinking about what it means to live well, to end well. Oh, thank you for the 23. I'll take it. And so that's kind of what I'm talking about in this live stream. Matthew, I started the live stream talking about Matthew 25, how I think that what it means to be successful is just taking whatever hand you were dealt, whatever cards you were dealt, and flipping them. And I think social media is, I love social media, obviously, come on. But I think one of the negatives about social media is it caused people to look at a bunch of people that they never should have been looking at in comparison. Like, if you can look at other people and let them inspire you, then I look 19. Thank you. I'm definitely not 19. I'll be 30 next week, you guys. So yeah, the positive thing about social media is, there's tons of positives to social media. You can connect with people, you can share your experiences with people, and it's really cool. But I think one of the big negatives is it put all these people on display, and people started comparing themselves with millions of people. Why would you ever want to do that now? If you can look at other people in inspiration, then I think that's good. I love looking at people and getting inspired by people. I think that is a positive thing if you can do it. But if you can't look at other people and be happy for them, and you compare yourself and it makes you feel bad about yourself and bad about your life, that is a complete and total waste. I mean, I can't think of anything worse you could do with your time. There's other bad things you could do with your time, but one really bad thing you can do with your time is just, instead of looking at what you can do with your life, is looking at others in comparison or in jealousy. That was never what we were supposed to be doing. Definitely why social media wasn't created. I think you should be taking whatever hand you were dealt. Uh, Jay, Scott, you said made you want to travel. You should. You should get out in the world and see what's out here. The world is not that big. Like, it's big, but it's not that like like it's hard because it does feel big sometimes, but it's not that big. And it's like if you just stay in your own little corner your whole life. What part of Somalia are you from? I'm not from Somalia, but Somalians are very beautiful, so I take it as a compliment. People think I'm Somalian, but I'm not. Somalians are peak. Somalians have those chiseled cheekbones. They're beautiful. I'm not Somalian. My birthday is December 25th. Theme: Mary speaking on 10,000 hours make you an expert on what is have practice to be Mary to us, the travel consultant and strategist. I'll take that. Yes. Um, so yeah, the 10,000 hour rule is the second thing we talked about. You do not have to worry about if somebody else is better at anything than you because you will become an expert. There is a rule from one of my favorite books. One of my favorite books is called The Outliers. You should read it if you've never read it. The Outliers is about why 1% of people succeed. So it's this man called Malcolm Gladwell, and he studied successful people, and he found out that 1% of people live a successful life. And there's a chapter in that book. Thank you very much, guys. Whether he gave his only son everlasting life. Yes. Yeah, so anyways, you don't have to care. You don't have to worry if you're good at something or not. There's a rule called the 10,000 hour rule. If you do anything for 10,000 hours, you're an expert at that thing. They found out for like Olympic gold medal level athletes, it took them about 10,000 hours to become an expert or to become Olympic level athletes. So even the Beatles became experts after 10,000 hours of playing. You know, they would be on the road all the time. 10,000 hours is like, I don't know how many years it takes, like 10 years, something like that. But if every time you do it, you get better at that thing. So you can worry less about how good or bad you are at something. If you want to do it, you can do it. And this book also talks about that's how Asian people are so good at math. Not all, but of course, you know, Chinese people are. They're known for how intelligent they are, especially at things like math. And it is always said as if it's some biological thing or something in their DNA, and it is not. There is no culture like the Chinese culture that takes studying more seriously. All Chinese kids do is study. It's all they do. Their parents don't allow them to scroll on TikTok. TikTok is banned in China. Why? Why do you think that is? Because the government wants them studying. They don't want them scrolling on TikTok. They want them studying, you know, and so social media is banned, even though they have WeChat. It's different, though. Chinese kids study their freaking butts off. Repetition creates success. And there's another rule. Some Jews study 10 hours a day, too. Wow. I didn't know that. But there's this quote that says, effort attracts opportunity. Neglect repels it. So that basically means that you might look at somebody and say, well, they have better opportunities than me. They have more opportunities than me. So that's why they're better off in life. Nope. You can literally attract opportunity when you give effort. It's easier that you'll get noticed. It's just the rule. If you're doing something more, you're going to be out there in the world more, easier to get noticed more. Whatever that thing might be. Effort attracts opportunity. When you are really trying to do something, watch how many opportunities open up for you in that field. Hi. Neglect repels it. So the more you don't do something, you are by default pushing that thing away from you. So let's say, for example, let's say for example, you want to become I'm trying to think of a good example here because we could really use any example. You want to become a baker. You want to open up your own bakery. But you don't necessarily think that you're that good if you start baking every single day of your life. You every single day will become better at baking. And then by default, because this is how the world works, chances are somebody's going to see you, somebody's going to see your somebody's going to might taste your whatever you're baking, and you might run into somebody who owns a bakery. They might be able to give you some advice. This is how doors open for people. And I saw a great quote. Okay, in one of my favorite books, Thinking Fast and Slow, one of my favorite quotes in this book is, it says that God never just blesses somebody. Like, never does he just randomly, oh, let me just bless this person with whatever they want. No. What, this isn't in the Bible, but I believe this is how life works. God doesn't just bless you out of nowhere. He reveals what you've cultivated. And that quote, in my opinion, is so true. God doesn't just hand out blessings out of nowhere. He reveals what you've cultivated. So what you might look at somebody's life and their life looks so blessed, but really what you're just seeing is a result. I know I've been looking for you guys. Hi, guys. And I think that is so true. I don't believe that out of nowhere you could just lay in bed and say, God, give me everything I want, and then he'll just give you everything you want. I don't think so. I think that he can bless effort, meaning you put your heart and soul into something, and inevitably over time, you're probably going to see success in that area. It depends on if you don't quit. That's what I believe it's Galatians chapter 6. Galatians chapter 6, verse 5 says, don't be weary in well doing, for in due time, if you don't faint, you will reap. Oh, your girl knows her Bible. I think it's Galatians chapter 6, verse 5, meaning you have to keep doing something and keep doing it 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 when you're not good at it, when everybody's making fun of you, when you looks like you're failing, when problems come, when everybody else is quitting, and you just keep doing it and you just keep doing it and you just keep doing it and you just keep doing it, you will see success, because it is impossible that you will not. And I believe that's what God blesses, tenacity. Hold on. I know another verse. I'm about to hit you with another verse. Philippians chapter, hold on, let me think. Is it Philippians chapter 8? That says, Paul is talking to the Philippians, and he says that God, it's also in 1 Peter, that God blesses perseverance. He does not bless. Basically, if you really want something from God, right? The best way to get that done is you going so hard after that thing, and God just blesses your effort. He's not really blessing just out of nowhere, a random prayer. He's blessing your effort. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's how life works. It's like you might ask God for something, and you're like, God isn't doing this thing for me. Because I don't think that's how he works. He has I think your chances are higher that he's going to bless your effort, your perseverance, your tenacity. So, dang, this person keeps getting up every single day and they keep trying 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 and they keep trying, and God's going to be like, I'm going to bless your socks off because you're persistent. Does it feel good? No. It does not feel good to keep doing the same thing every day. There's days where you just want to lay in bed. There's days where you don't believe in yourself. There's days where you're like, this thing ain't working. There's days where you get your heart broken. Somebody hurt your feelings. You just want to lay in bed and eat ice cream. There's days where you get caught up distracted watching Netflix and eating and scrolling on TikTok. There's going to be something every day that's going to say, you know what, let's just not do that today because I don't feel like it. Send you a huge Merry Christmas and you really love you more. Thank you so much. I'm also fundraising today, guys, for help. Whoa, wait a minute. We just got a donation up in the house. Jasmine donated $50. Jasmine, where are you? In the chat. Jasmine, darling. I don't know who you are. Thank you so much. That's such a huge donation. Thank you, darling. I don't know who you are in the chat, but Jasmine said, this is a travel gift, wishing you the best. Thank you so much, Jasmine. That's so generous, and I'm so grateful, guys. Thank you so much, honestly. Some Chinese people are mean. Some of every race is mean. What race is not mean? Is there such nice story? This Persian girl on YouTube channel, daughter of Iran, tells like they're explaining now. Keep doing it. Yeah. I mean, low-key, my mom was saying that to me on the phone this morning. And it's crazy because I know that, but sometimes I need to hear it too. It's like one thing that I've been struggling with is like starting a TikTok. I know that's so superficial. But like I'm putting too much into it. I'm overthinking. So like since I've been cultivating YouTube for years, I'm so good at YouTube. I'm so comfortable on YouTube. I know my audience on YouTube. I know this platform. I feel so cozy and comfortable on YouTube, right? TikTok is like this whole other world for me. And I've been saying that I'm going to post my first TikTok, but I'm not doing it. So my mom was on the phone with me this morning. She was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm worried that my first TikTok isn't going to be perfect. And she's like, just post it. And she's like, it doesn't have to be amazing. You'll get better over time. And I'm like, I know. It's so crazy how I know that and I still need to hear it all the time. Like, nobody is ever good at anything. Who's good at stuff? I don't know. I don't know who's good at things. I'm not. Who's just naturally good at things? I don't know anybody like that. I believe he means first we ought to pursue holiness and not become weary in that. Seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added. I believe everything. You can be holy in everything. I believe that holiness can be in every single aspect of your life. So I believe that what I said about Philippians, when Paul was saying, don't get weary in well-doing, I believe well-doing can be applied to every single corner of your life. I believe getting dressed, the way you talk to people, the way you eat, can be done well. The way you spend your 24-hour experience, the way you are a daughter, the way you are a wife, the way you are a husband, the way you dress. Every single little corner of your life should be done in a way as if you were doing it for God and to do it well. So you said that you believe Paul was talking about pursuing holiness. I don't think holiness means like, holiness just means going to church every Sunday and holding my Bible and not cursing. I think holiness can be applied to every single thing you do. You can do it holy. You can work holy. You can go to work and be nice to people and give your best effort. That can be holy because you're doing it like you're doing your life in a way that it's like it all matters. I don't believe there's one corner of your life that can't be applied to. I've not been to Cuba yet. You've heard this before, that God just needs an excuse to bless you, and the effort is just the outlet he uses to bless you, and boom. Boom, there you go. You're going to travel your blessing to show us this to us. I'm so grateful you guys enjoy it, and it would be meaningless without you guys, honestly. All this stuff I'm doing, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. All these things I do, all the things I've done, all the travels, they would be fun, I guess. They would still be fun in a way, but they'd have way less meaning if I wasn't sharing it with you guys, and if you guys didn't enjoy it, and I didn't feel like you guys were connected to this, it would be a lot more empty, way less meaningful to me. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I'm glad you guys stick around, and I'm really appreciative of you guys. You make it so much more meaningful to me and enjoyable, and I love doing it. So yeah, the 10,000 hour rule. Whatever you do, more of it. Whatever you do, the more you do it, you're slowly becoming an expert. So you can become an expert at. I think. What have you done for 10,000 hours in your life? Hopefully, it's not scrolling Instagram, scrolling TikTok. What have you become an expert at? Think about how many hours. Like, write it down. Get a journal and write down what you want to become good at, and then be like, okay, I'm going to do this thing for 3 or 4 hours a day, and you're going to work towards your 10,000 hours, so that at that 10,000 hour point, you will have gotten yourself to the. You'll have made yourself an expert. Um, um, if you guys can hear me and everything's okay, could you hit me with a thumbs up? Because sometimes this Wi-Fi acts stupid. The Starbucks Wi-Fi be acting stupid sometimes. Guys, are we here? Okay. Okay, awesome. The Wi-Fi in Starbucks sometimes be tripping. You do not attend church each Sunday, but spend each day in awe of God. Boom, there you go. Okay, awesome, guys. I just want to make sure we were still connected here. Okay, so I have some other points to make. So, flip whatever you're given. Don't compare yourself to others. It is the easiest distraction to get you focused on somebody else comparing yourself. It froze for a second, but you're okay now. Thanks. The 10,000 hour rule works. Whatever you do more of, you become more of an expert at. Do not overanalyze. Movement is what makes success, not perfection. Nobody's perfect at anything. Nobody. We only get perfected when we keep doing it. Um, you get more noticed. Effort attracts opportunity. I believe God blesses effort instead of just blessing people randomly. I really, really, truly believe that. If you want something so badly from God, I think, is more inclined to bless you, or more so bless your effort. I think this is just an opinion. I think He blesses effort. So if you're just, sulking and you're ungrateful and you're unhappy and you're comparing your life, I do not think God blesses that at all. I think He does not like it. I think He loves somebody who's like, you know what? Maybe my chances aren't that good, but I'm still gonna try. And He's like, sheesh, look at this one. Look, I have proof. Read the book of Job. I have proof God brags about us. That fired me up when I read it. That fired me up when I read the book of Job. A lot of people don't like the book of Job in the Bible. I love it because it did something to me when I heard that God brags about people. God brags. Listen, guys. God brags about people in heaven. Read the book of Job. God was in heaven talking about Job. Are you kidding me? That gives me chills. He says to His angels and whoever else is in heaven, He's like, look down there, talking about earth. Look at my servant Job. God brags about us. Are you kidding me? That just absolutely, I want God to brag about me. I want Him to be like, look at my girl down there. And I don't think He brags the perfect people. I think He brags about the people that just refuse to give up. Like, you dig your heels in and you're like, I refuse. Yeah, I screwed up 60 trillion times, but I'm not going to give up. You know what I'm saying? Tenacity. That's called tenacity. It means like, no, you're not perfect. No, none of us are. David wasn't perfect, and God bragged about David too. God said David was a man after his own heart. God bragged about David, and look what David was doing. David was sleeping with people's wives and killing their husbands. You know what I'm saying? So God loves, I know he does, those people that just refuse to quit. Like, you refuse to stop trying. So, of course, he's not expecting perfection, but so anyways, okay, so another point I wanted to talk about in this live stream was culture shapes outcomes. Okay, this is important. Your culture shapes your outcome. So, for example, your habits, we all have them. What are your habits? The way you live your life is largely, like in a big way, has a lot to do with your environment. Who are your parents? Who are your siblings? Who are your coworkers? Who are the people that you're around? They shaped you. They literally shaped you. Your parents, whoever raised you, your aunt, whoever you're around, your uncle, however you were raised, are the people that literally shaped you. How do you eat? You probably eat the way your parents eat. You probably, when you leave your house, whatever you're doing in that 12 to 14-hour window was heavily influenced by your family, what your family was doing. We are all shaped and cultivated by our environment, by our culture. Culture doesn't have to mean your ethnic background, but it can mean that, right? So I know this best when I'm in China. Everybody's acting Chinese. Everyone acts the same. They dress the same. When I'm here in Japan, Japanese people act the same. They have a way of living, a way of life that they were taught, that they replicate. When I'm in the US, people act like their environment, whoever you're around. You are shaped by your environment, by your culture. Your culture doesn't have to mean your race. It's just whoever you're around. Whoever you grew up around, whoever's around you is your culture. It's shaping you. It's making you. And usually your work ethic you get from your parents, whatever the most influential parent you had, either your mom or your dad, you got your work ethic from them. Your discipline you got from your mom or your dad, your level of discipline you got from your mom or your dad, and your values you got from your mom and your dad. Chances are, if your mom and your dad valued a relationship with God, maybe you do, not always. If your mom or your dad didn't value a relationship with God, maybe you don't. Not always. If your mom and your dad care a lot about working out and eating healthy, chances are you care a lot about working out and eating healthy. We are 100% shaped, and where we get our value system. But this was made intentionally. This is intentional by God. God set this up intentionally. What does he say? Raise up your children in the way they should go, so that when they're older, they don't depart from it. It was intentional that we were shaped by our environment, by our parents, by our culture. That was supposed to happen, but unfortunately, sometimes we're not. How do I put it? Sometimes we're not shaped right. But that is definitely, and see, that's why I wanted to travel the world. That's what got me to drop out of college. When I dropped out of college and when I started traveling the world, that was one big reason. I didn't want to be shaped by a school, a university. I didn't want to be shaped by people around me. I wanted the world to shape me. I wanted to be shaped by Japan a little bit, by China a little bit, by South Africa a little bit, Ethiopia a little bit, Europe a little bit. I wanted to have like a better chance at kind of cherry picking. Does that make sense? I wanted to cherry pick. I wanted to be like, I want to take that. And then I want to take that. I love how the Chinese people do this. I love how the African people do this. I love how the European people do this. But here's the good thing. let's just say that maybe you're somebody and you say, well, I don't have a good environment. I wasn't shaped well. You can change that. Change your environment. Change it. Make better friends. If there's family members that don't influence you well, if maybe you have a family member who has a bad relationship with substance abuse, that can definitely rub off on you. Get away from them. Get away. Don't try to be the strong one because the people around you do shape you. Try to cultivate more of your environment instead of just being like, this is who I'm around. That's why I tell people to get out of your hometown. Get out of your hometown. Go see the world so that you're not so heavily influenced by who's around you. And it's not a bad thing to be influenced, but it is, I think, if it's too strong on you, if that makes sense. Today, I had a conversation with a lady from Japan who is 91 years old, and I was able to understand her story and reactions because of watching this channel. Oh, you're gonna make me cry. You're gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh. You're not ready for the understanding until later. You don't realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand. Boom, come on. Wait a little bit. Let God cook. I'm writing a book right now. Okay, so I'll give everybody in the live stream a little info, a little behind the scenes. So I'm writing a book for Gen Z. It won't be out for like another 2 years, but my book is called Let God Cook. And the book is for Gen Z, but it can be for anybody. My book is called Let God Cook. And basically I'm writing about how like people don't give God enough time. You gotta let God, like, let's just say you're starting a relationship with God, or maybe, I don't know, you started to fully lean on God, you started to get into a relationship with him. Do you know how long it takes? We don't give God a chance. He's got to, first of all, he's got to take all the mistakes we made, right? Because one of my favorite promises in the Bible is that he takes all of the stuff from our life and he flips it all for good, right? But you got to give him a little time to do that. He's got to take all the trauma. He's got to take all the, all the mistakes your ancestors made that got dumped on you. He's got to find a way to work through your psyche. He's got a lot to do. You got to give him a minute. Like, you got to give him a minute. He will flip if you ask him to. He will flip your mistakes and he'll turn it into gold. He will take the mess you're born into and he'll find a way to flip it. He'll work through whatever you got going on. But he needs a minute. You know what I'm saying? Give him some time. And I feel like a lot of people don't want to do that. They're like, well, God, why don't I have my dream life? Or God, why don't I have peace? Or God, why don't I have what this other person has? Or, you know what I'm saying? Work. It's kind of like going to school. It's like, it's not going to happen overnight. But now, because I'm turning 30, you guys, I turned 30 in 9 days. I look back at my 20s, right? And I'm like, blows my mind how much God was doing in those 10 years. And I hope God still continues to work on me and work in my life and all this stuff. But it kind of took all of that time for me to finally just start to understand some things and see what God was doing in my life and see how he was working through my mistakes and my trauma. And, he's got a lot to do, but we don't give him a minute. And if you can just do that, you can give God some time and you don't backslide. You don't run back to your old ways. You don't run back to the world. You don't run back to whatever was familiar, and you just keep trying to do the God thing and keep trusting him and keep working with him. You will be absolutely freaked out. I mean, I was sitting on the plane the other day and I just started bawling my eyes out crying because I'm like, if you had told 21-year-old Maryjane, I don't even know how to explain it. If you had told There's just no way I could have done this without God. My life is what I'm saying. I don't mean just traveling. I mean my freaking life. I was so messed up, you guys. You don't even want to know. I was the definition of a hot, stinking mess in every way possible. I had all this trauma. Oh, not saying that God still isn't working on me, because He still is, but um, it was. I'm just amazed. And if you give God a little bit of time, I don't mean a little bit of time. I mean, you know, let him work on you. Let him work in your life. Let him work through your situations. He'll flip. He can flip anything. He can flip anything. And he'll spin your mess into gold. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm fundraising today, guys, for my mission of visiting all the countries in the world. We're getting to the end of the year, and I'm really excited because I'm going to go complete this mission of visiting all the countries first week of January. As soon as first week of January hits, I'm gone. I'm going to go be hitting basically new countries for all of 2026 so that I can finish this mission of visiting every country in the world. I'm excited. I know that I have a big road ahead of me, but I'm super excited. So anyways, I fundraise to help me do this and bring you guys the content every single country. So yeah, my goal today was to raise $350. We raised $80 today in the live stream. So I believe we can hit the 350 goal. Let me do a little math here. Hold on. We're 270 away. If anyone could donate to this mission, it would mean so much. If you can donate, the method is via Cash App. If 10 people donated $27, we'd reach today's goal, or, just trying to slice it. So anyways, yeah, the donation method is via Cash App, which is pinned in the comments here. It's just my full name on Cash App. Or you can leave a super chat if you wanted to donate and don't have Cash App. But it all helps. I'm very excited. I am getting ready. The time is flying by so fast. So I'm really, 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 really excited. I'll be heading out to the Middle East and Africa because I want to get those countries done first, because that's where the most countries exist that I have to travel to. First week of January, and this thing, I'm going to be traveling nonstop until we're done. I'm excited, and I'm also excited to turn 30 next week. I turned 30 on December 25th, so I don't know. It's just a lot of exciting things happening back to back. And I always say that I hope to inspire you guys to go somewhere that you never thought you'd want to go. Go somewhere random. When your family members, I know you guys work and you got things going on, so there's no pressure, and I'm not telling everybody that they have to just travel all the time. I'm just saying one day, if it's in 3 years, if it's in 2 years, if it's in 3 or 5 years, I hope to inspire all you guys to go somewhere you thought you'd never want to go. Go take a trip to Japan by yourself. Have your family members so confused. Where are you going? I'm going to go to Japan. Who are you going with? I'm going to go solo. Your family member's going to be like, what? What kind of crazy idea? Who told you to do that? MJ. It's safe and it's beautiful, but no pressure. I know people got stuff going on 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. The world ain't going nowhere. Yeah, there was an earthquake, but there's always earthquakes. I always feel little tiny earthquakes here in Japan. They're no big deal. So yeah, I saw somebody ask about the earthquake. Yeah, it's no big deal. How do you feel that one day machines will be able to read your mind? I don't think anybody can read the mind but God. I don't think that'll happen. I think people might be able to have a good idea about what you're thinking, but nobody really knows. Nobody will, not even a robot will really ever know what you're thinking. I don't think that's possible. I do not think that's possible. Only God. Okay, so we're going over a couple points in this live stream. Let me digress here and get back to my next point. So we're talking about what it means to live well, what it means to how do you fund your travels? I fund my travels by doing exactly this right now. So I'm a YouTuber, so I don't know if people know that YouTube is a job, but it is. YouTube is a real job, so I create content on YouTube. People watch my videos, and that's how. Also, people who donate, amazing angelic people donate and help me, and that's how. Thought I felt another spider. Okay, so I have some other points to make. We were talking about what it means to live well. What does it mean to have a life that was well lived? Because that can be so. I mean, it means different things to everybody. And I've been reading this. I've already read this book before. This is an amazing book, by the way, if you guys want to read it. Thinking Fast and Slow, by Daniel Kahneman. Daniel Kahneman. He won a Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Peace Prize. Your phone is acting crazy? Is it me? Are we good, guys? Are we good? On the, you guys can hear me and everything like that, and the Wi-Fi is not acting up? Hi, yes. Okay, awesome. The sisters are here. Hi. Haven't seen you guys in a few days. You're good. Okay, awesome. So yeah, this is an amazing book. Again, you have to be a reader though to read this. So I definitely don't recommend this if you're not a reader, because this book is deep and it's thick. It's not something you can, it's not a light, easy, just something you pop open at the cafe. No, this is like a deep book. One of the deepest books I've ever read in my life. And it basically just, it's about the human psyche. I'm obsessed with psychology, so I love reading things like this. It's so incredibly helpful to me. So one of my favorite chapters in this book is called The Illusion of Understanding. Yes, staying busy. I know, as you should be. So yeah, The Illusion of Understanding. This is such a deep chapter. I'm still reading, so let me work through this, but I'll just give you guys a little bit of this crazy concept in this book. This guy won a Nobel Peace Prize for writing this book, so he knows what he's talking about. This is an amazing book. So one of my favorite chapters is called The Illusion of Understanding. And basically, the illusion of understanding. Okay, so basically this chapter is about the fact that humans, we really don't have the ability to understand things. Is that not crazy? Our brains don't even operate at full percent. We only use a good 6 to 12% of our brain. They say that a highly intelligent person uses about 20% of their brain, like an Einstein, right? That's like an Einstein level, or like Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer and Einstein, they were using like 20% of their brain. That is a lot. And they say that highly intelligent people use more of their brain. They say readers use more of their brain. That's why I think it's good to read. And that's why I don't like audiobooks, because reading literally forces you to use more of your brain. But that's why they call brain rot scrolling on social media. Scrolling on social media shrinks your brain. Okay, that's not a good thing. But basically, we can only utilize, let's call the average person uses about 10% of their brain. There is absolutely no way that we are all comprehending and understanding things. We are only coming at things at an angle. How do I mean this? How do I explain this? What I'm trying to say is, let's just say you're trying to understand, let's pick something, politics, or the way the world is ran. There is no way nobody's ever going to understand in totality how the world is ran, who's really in control, how things work. We all have an illusion in our head based on our perspective. Absolutely, perspective. We're all coming at something from an angle, and we understand things based on the angle of our perspective. Am I making sense? So I think Einstein even said this, that the more he knew he didn't know. The smartest people know that they know nothing. That's exactly what this means. The illusion of understanding. We are in a state of illusion if we think we ever fully understand something. That's why a lot of the Bible, I love reading the Bible because most of it is things we're supposed to accept instead of understand, right? It's like, I don't believe we're supposed to, I mean, I do believe trying to understand things is important, right? But there has to be a level of surrender that you know you will never understand everything in totality. And the things that you understand in part. The world is too complex. It's too complex. So that's not a bad thing, though. But I do think it is required, and I think that it produces humility in us. I believe pride grows when we think we know things. And humility is produced when you understand that you don't know jack. You don't, and I don't. We can only spend our lives trying to learn more, but never truly coming to a total place of understanding something. And we can't even understand our freaking selves. You can spend a lifetime trying to understand yourself, and never truly totally understand yourself. You could learn yourself every single day. That's why I think being alone is important. And I always tell people that I think you should be able to be single. I believe heavily in singleness. I believe singleness is so important on this earth. I don't think you should be single forever, but I do believe being single is important because it's the only time you ever really truly get to have this deep understanding of who you are. You don't know who you are unless you spend time with yourself, time with your thoughts, time with the way you behave in the world, time to see how you react to things and how you fare in different situations in your life. You can't do that when you are up under somebody else, relying on somebody else, feeding off of somebody else. Now, I'm not saying that relationships are bad. Hi, Andy. We're talking about the illusion of understanding right now. So, I believe that it means a lot to know in a humble way. Like, I think it's a good thing that we need to understand for our own humility that we really don't understand that much. I don't understand you. I don't understand my mom. I will try to learn my mother over time, but I will never fully understand her. I don't understand people. I can spend time learning more though, but I will never in totality understand another person or even like myself. You get what I'm saying? We can spend time learning things. So yeah, that is what this whole chapter is about. If you guys want to read it, I mean, I just kind of tried to sum it up for you guys, but it's this book called Thinking Fast and Slow, one of my favorite books ever. And the chapter is called The Illusion of Understanding. The illusion of understanding. We don't understand anything, but we think we do, right? So, and it creates a lot of, I think it creates a lot of problems when we truly think we understand things totally that we don't. This is how I'm going to learn anything. So, I don't get it. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for listening. Yeah, and it's so funny because, man, a lot of the books I read, they kind of iterate the same things, even though it's totally different authors and everything like this. So a lot of the things that I was reading in The Ordinary is also in this book called Thinking Fast and Slow, which is so crazy. And I don't think we know this until it's presented to us. Like, I didn't know that I actually agreed with this until I read it. I was like, wait, I really don't understand that much. I can, even my sister, like I was with my sister, and I'm not usually with other people. So it was very interesting being with my sister. She was here in Japan with me for 3 days, and it was so interesting kind of like observing her because I hadn't seen her in like 5 or so years. And like, you think you know a person so much, and I grew up with her. Like, she was there the day that I was born. Like, when I came home from the hospital, one of the first people I saw, other than my mom, was my sister. She was probably one of the first people I've ever met in my life. She was 11 months when I was born, and I still don't completely know her, and vice versa. I'm sure she's still, no, whatever. She doesn't know me totally. And to think that you can spend a lifetime with somebody and not truly, because we're like icebergs. So I'm just giving you an example of how you must know that you don't understand much. You have to know that. We all have to know that. And I think it gives a lot of peace too. Like, it gives me peace to know that I will never understand the cosmos, and I don't have to, because I'm not in control. I don't have to understand everything. I don't have to give my opinion on everything. I'm not going to give my opinion on something I don't know about. And it's okay to say that. It's okay to say that you don't understand something. You guys get what I'm saying? So anyways, yeah, great book. Chapter is called The Illusion of Understanding. You can think you understand something, but to totally understand a concept in life or a person, you can get more familiar, but never come to a complete place of understanding. Okay. So what are the points? Let me see. Much too much. I'm also fundraising today, guys, for my mission of visiting all the countries in the world. In this live stream, we're raising $350. We raised 85 so far. No, I'm trying to do math here. So we're 265 away from today's goal. We'd get there if 10 people donated $25. I'm fundraising to help me finish these countries. I will be first week of January off to finish. I'm going to try to hit an 8 or 9 country cadence in 2026. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time in these countries. I'm going to be spending 5 or so days to finish this goal of visiting every country in the world. One way I keep going is donations. People who donate, it is what keeps me going. It is incredibly helpful trying to do these big things. In today's live stream, I'm raising $350. We raised 85 so far. The donation method is Maryjane Byarm. If 10 people donated $25, we'd reach today's goal. So if you can donate, please do. I believe that now I've pretty much gotten through all the I won't say I've gotten through all the things a person could go through when it comes to traveling, but a lot of people would say, isn't it dangerous to visit every country in the world, or isn't it, not such a good idea? And I think I've been through all the things you could possibly go through when you're traveling. So I don't know. I'm really excited and I'm ready. I know that there's going to be situations where it's difficult, or I'm tired, or my card isn't working, or I lose something. These things happen, but I'm still excited to go for it, and excited to bring you guys along. Oh, thank you so much, Victoria's daughter. I appreciate it. And I'm always here to try to share with you guys all the things I've learned. Like I said, I've been very what's the word? Reflective. That's the word. Because I'm about to turn 30. I turn 30 next week. So I don't know. I've been thinking a ton about the past 20 years or the past 10 years and all the things I've learned. And I'm very, I know the things that I've learned are true. You know what I'm saying? Because I've gotten a chance to see, not that I'm, of course, I'll keep learning for the rest of my life, but I just strongly believe in the things I'm saying. So I love sharing them with you guys and seeing what you guys think. And So yeah, what time is it? It's 12. I will do 30 more minutes. Yeah, I'm going to do 30 more minutes of the live stream uh, because we're going to hit the 2 hour mark in a second. So yeah, first point, I'm going to go over the points I made, and then I'm going to ask you guys if you have any questions. If not, I'll move on. First point I made was Matthew chapter 25. I believe a life well lived means that you took whatever hand you were dealt, like whatever that was, whatever hand you were dealt, whatever cards you got, whatever situation you were born into, and you flip it for better, whatever that is. You kind of left your situation better than you found it, whatever that means for you. And I think the stupidest thing you can do is look at somebody else and say, well, my life doesn't look like this random person out in the universe, so I'm sad. That's crazy. And I think it's happened since social media. Like, think about how many lives you used to know about before social media. You didn't know about people's lives before social media, right? You probably knew about your life and your family's lives, and then even your family's lives you didn't know that much about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably knew a little bit about your family's lives, but there was no social media, so it's not like you were looking at people's Instagram stories, you know? Ay, Dios mío. But since social media exists, I think it's created like a breeding ground for people to compare. And how stupid would it be to compare your life to like millions of people all over the planet? Okay, this random person out in the middle of nowhere that you don't even really know them is what? Their life looks better than yours? So what? How are you going to have a good life if you're focused on what other people are doing? It was never something you were supposed to consider in that manner. Now, if other people's lives inspire you, I think that's a very good thing. I'm inspired all the time by other people's lives. So yeah, a life, in my opinion, well lived means you took what you were given and you flipped it for good, flipped it better. Our second point was the 10,000 hour rule. So the 10,000 hour rule is you become an expert at anything after you've done it for 10,000 hours. That has been studied in one of my favorite books called The Ordinary. The Ordinary by Malcolm Gladwell is a book that is one of the best-selling books of all time, and it talks about how who are the most successful people in the world and why do so few people succeed in life. And the second chapter is called the 10,000 hour rule, and it says that you become an expert at anything that you keep doing by default. If you keep doing something, you get better each time. So you don't have to compare yourself to somebody else who's good at something. You can make yourself good at something. You can see that a lot in Asia. It talks about how Asians, or not all, but a lot, especially Chinese people, are very good at math. And that is because in the Chinese culture, you do not have a choice. You have to study like 8 to 10 hours a day. That's how they become so smart. It's not like they're born with it. It is literally a part of the culture that they have to study their butts off. It's why they blocked social media in China, because China blocked social media because the China government wants the kids to be studying, not scrolling on social media. Okay, the second point we made was opportunity increases when you keep doing something. It's very true of the Chinese people. I've lived in China for 5 years of my life. If there's one thing I understand, is Chinese people are so incredibly dedicated to studying. It is insane. Those kids, they don't have a choice. When they get home, they're not scrolling on TikTok. No. Those kids, their heads are in the books, or else their families don't tolerate anything else. That's why. It is the rule of whatever you do more, you get better at. So yeah, if you want to become good at something, you very well can. Start doing that thing for like 3 or 4 hours a day. That's how I got good at reading. When I was in high school, I almost failed high school. They almost failed me. I almost didn't graduate. They almost held me back. I had one teacher who cared about me, and he helped me graduate. He would go to all of my other teachers and ask them for extra credit so I could graduate, because I almost flunked the 12th grade because I hated school with every bone in my body. I hated it. I hated sitting in a desk. I didn't want to sit in a desk. I hated doing stupid tests. I didn't want to do a test. I hated the idea that somebody was talking at me and I'm sitting at a desk. Like, who are you? Who are you to tell me? I was very obstinate, defiant. I gave my mom a very hard time because I was that kid that didn't want to listen. I didn't want to, don't tell me what to think. So I never handed in any schoolwork. And I thought the whole thing was stupid. So that's why I'm the rogue girl who travels nonstop, because I was always, I wanted something more. I didn't want to sit in a stupid desk and look, you know. But to say that I love reading now is crazy. I was not actually a good reader. I couldn't sit still. I didn't want to sit still and read a book. I found it very boring. So I love reading now. I read now 3 or 4 books a week, but I made myself good at reading because I just keep doing it. Whatever you keep doing, you become good at. So you don't have to care about if somebody else is good at something. You can make yourself good at something. Okay. Another rule of thumb that we talked about was effort attracts opportunity. Sometimes you might look at somebody and be like, oh, that person has more opportunities than me. Chances are that person cultivated the opportunities that they have. You can cultivate opportunity with effort. I believe God blesses effort. Instead of us praying and asking God for something, I believe God blesses effort more than he just blesses a random prayer that we shoot up to heaven. Maybe sometimes, sure. Maybe you say a prayer and then God answers it immediately. He's done that for me, but not usually. Not usually. I feel like God loves effort, and when he sees you refusing to give up, he blesses that. He blesses your effort, right? So effort is opens up doors, and neglect repels it. Thank you, William. The other point we made was culture shapes our outcome. We are all shaped by our environments. You probably have very similar habits to your family. How does your family live their life? Where do they live? It probably has a lot to do with where you live. What does your family eat? You probably eat the same things as your parents ate. You probably, you know, we're all shaped. Your work ethic, your discipline, your values, all come from your environment, which is usually your family. But if it's not, it is your environment. They're shaping you. What is everybody else doing around you? This can be a very good and a very bad thing. Yes, he answers effort more than talent. 100%. 100%. God could care less about what talents. I mean, sure, God gave you the talents, but you can shrink. A very talented person can run their talents into the ground and implode. I've seen it happen in real time. I think a person who is not that talented but works their butt off to meet that level of a talented person is so way cooler than the person who's just naturally talented. That is so much cooler. Like a person who reads even though they don't necessarily find it that easy to read, that is awesome, and that is so unbelievably attractive. Like somebody who just doesn't really care what they were naturally given, but they have passions. So that's really cool. Yeah, the other point you made was that culture shapes you, the way you behave, your value system was passed down to you probably by your parents. Now, not everybody has a close relationship with their parents, but whoever takes that place. Um, so be careful. Look at your environment. If you have somebody that is close to you and you don't want to be like that person, the chances are you need to distance yourself from that. Maybe you have a family member or you have somebody in your life who is substance abuse. I would say get away from that person if you can. Chances are you might start, apples usually don't fall far from trees. So this is a good thing and bad thing. I think it's important to cultivate your environment if you're an adult. If you're not an adult, you can't cultivate your environment. But when you become adult, you can. Pick and choose wisely who you're around because you're going to be like them. You are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Um, you're the sum of the people you spend the most time with. I listen to Joyce Meyer like at least 3 times a day I listen to Joyce Meyer. I'm obsessed with her. And I was talking to my grandma last week on the phone, and she literally said to me, like, you sound like Joyce Meyer. I said something to her. I said something to my grandma, and she was like, you said that just like Joyce Meyer. I'm like, yeah, I listen to Joyce Meyer every freaking day of my life. As soon as I wake up, I put on Joyce Meyer on my laptop, my iPad. You sound like, you talk like, you behave like, you believe like the people you're around. So if you need to cultivate it, cultivate it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's all the points we made. And the last point we made was the illusion of understanding. The illusion of understanding is we don't really understand what we think we understand. We don't understand anything in totality. We can come at something with our own perspective, and we understand things based on our perspective. But we never truly understand something. If you think you understand yourself and the people around you, you're sadly mistaken. That's why you cannot judge people like outright. Like, you could spend a lifetime with somebody and still spend your life learning that person. So if you think you can look at somebody and like sum up who they are, but even if it's not a person, things, concepts, life in general cannot be understood in totality. We can learn more as we live our lives, though. In studying language, I have also learned how much that shapes you too. Concepts come through in languages across the world too, and surprisingly, a lot sound uniformly religious. Studying language, I have also learned much that shapes you too. Concepts come through in languages across the world too. I agree with you. I agree with you. MJ has pretty much outdone Christopher Columbus. I've been to more countries than Christopher Columbus. Shout out Christopher, don't no hate. Shout out Chris. So yeah, that's what we're talking about in this live stream. I totally agree with you about the language aspect. There's certain times I'm talking to people that don't speak the same language as me, and they always say like they always say to me, I wish I could say something to you, but you won't understand what I'm saying because I don't know how to say it in your language. So that's very true. It's very, very true. We can only say what we know how to say. We can only try to convey what we're saying the best we possibly can. So I agree. I'm also fundraising today in this mission. I think I'm going to go ahead and try to wrap up this live stream because there is a couple sitting next to me and they're just making out. Like, they've been kissing each other since I got here. I got here 2 hours ago. And they are just kissing like the world is ending. Dang. It's only 12 in the afternoon. Sheesh. Okay, anyways. So I'm going to try to, I'm just like, where are your parents? They look too young to be in Starbucks. So they were here when I got here. And that's not common in Japan. It's not common in Japan. Like, Japan is a very, like, what's the word do I say? The Japanese people are very put together, very respectful, they're all in nice suits, nice shoes. They're very polite. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to see this. It's not common in Japan to just see a couple just making out like these two. I don't know. Maybe they're not Japanese. Maybe they're from another place, but they've been kissing for 2 hours. You need that love. Good. Okay, I don't. No, thank you. Ugh. I do not. And they have no shame because they're sitting right next to me and they're just making out like they just heard the world is ending or something. Okay. It's only 12 in the afternoon. This is not my business. Anyways, yeah, conservative, that's the word. Japanese people are very conservative, this is not normal. This is not something you usually see. So anyways, no judgment. I'm just going to mind my business and Keep my eyes this way. Sounds like they just met. They definitely didn't just meet. No judgment. Those are God's children too, you know? What is Japan like? Japan? What is Japan like? I always say that I'm part of a dating show. Am I? Oh, I didn't mean to be. I need to leave that. I need to bounce. Japan is, I always say it's the only place I feel like I've left Earth. Like, if somebody told me Japan was on a different planet, I would be like, that makes sense. Like, no, it's definitely not normal. You don't usually see this. That's why I'm questioning if they're even Japanese, because Japanese people don't act like this. But I always say that Japan is the only place I've ever been that feels like I've left Earth. Like, it feels like it's not, this can't be Earth. This has to be like some foreign planet. Like, we went to a different planet. The people are just, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's so clean. Like, I'm in Starbucks right now. In Japan, you will never, ever, ever see a piece of, you will never see any trash on the ground. You will never see, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It's so clean. It's very quiet. It's very respectful. The food is different, but amazing. Like, let me show you the Starbucks I'm sitting in right now. Look how clean it is. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me give you guys a little 360. Sheesh. Look how clean and cozy. It's clean everywhere. You will never see a piece of trash on the ground in Japan. No homeless people. You might see one homeless person like once every 6 months, but barely any. But I heard it's illegal to be homeless in Japan, though, so that's why. It's legal to be homeless. I don't know. But Japan, it's illegal to be homeless, so nobody lives on the streets because they're not allowed to. You have to think of something else. You're literally not allowed to sleep outside, so I think they might have like programs for them. I don't know. Some people say that they have like camps for homeless people, but that's just a rumor. But definitely, there's no need to be homeless in Japan because there is a job for you. That's one thing I love about Japan. There's going to be a job for you somewhere. They're always going. This is a work ethic culture. So like, there's no such thing as I can't find a job. There's no such thing as that. There's going to be something. And it's going to be able to, rent is really cheap in Japan, so you could find yourself, anybody could find themselves a job and find a tiny apartment. Any person. So there's no excuse to be homeless. And the government will make sure that happens. You know, if you're on the streets, the government will say, why aren't you working? And they'll say, let's get you a job because, you know, let's set you up with a job and somewhere to live, even if it's cleaning somewhere and even if you're living in a little tiny apartment. But in Japan, culture is heavily based on your job. Like, this is a work ethic country. So there's not really homeless people here. Working is life in Japan. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not even using my data. What are you talking about? So yeah, I love talking to you guys. I was live. I usually keep the live streams at about 2 hours. We're hitting the 2-hour mark right now. So I want to hit our fundraising goal though. So my fundraising goal was to raise $350. Today we raised $85. I need, if there's 10 people who could donate $25, we will reach today's fundraising goal. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. The donation method is via Cash App. Everything helps me keep going on this mission of visiting all the countries, and I love live streaming. So live streaming is a new aspect I always vlog, but it's a new aspect I'm adding to my travels. So I'm excited to show you guys all these countries and also live stream them. I'm really excited about that because I wasn't always live streaming. I just started like in the summertime. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm very much looking forward to showing you the countries in a little bit of a live aspect too. You know what I'm saying? um, so yeah, if you guys could donate, even if it's $5, so I believe we can hit the live streaming goal, the fundraising goal. We're 270 away, or 265 away. And I'm very excited. End of the year, we've got how many days left in the year? We've got 10, 9, 5, 14 days left in the year. We've got 14 days left in the year. Yeah. I know it's going to blow by. It's going to blow by, you guys. I'm going to be sitting on here in 2 seconds and I'm going to be like, guys, it's New Year's. It's going to blow by the end of the year. And I am getting geared up to go finish these countries. It's going to be so fun and very challenging at the same time. So I appreciate the support in advance. I ain't going nowhere. I'm doing nothing else with my life besides visiting these countries and taking you guys with me. So I very much appreciate you guys to tune in and support. It's what keeps me going, literally. I'm looking at, no, I'm not gonna. So one of my New Year's resolutions is to become more social. Like, I feel sometimes I'll use the excuse and be like, well, I talk to my subscribers and I connect with you guys online, but in real life, I'm not very social. I don't talk to people because I don't want to. And like, every single one of my friendships happened because somebody talked to me first. But I'm trying to be more outgoing. So I have like this New Year's resolution where like I want to start. This is going to be so hard. I want to start like initiating conversations with people in real life. So like I do have conversations with people in real life, but I'm very rarely the one who initiates the conversation. So yeah, that's my New Year's resolution. Initiate conversations with people. Talk to people first. Don't wait for somebody to talk to me. Talk to somebody first. Just be like, hey, where are you from? What do you got going on today? And I might start today. I don't know. It's a little hard. Are you gonna consider yourself old once you turn 30? Yeah, I'm gonna be so old. Oh, we got a dono? Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. We got a donation. Okay. One of my sisters donated. You guys are my adopted sisters. I never know which one of you guys. I don't know which name. One of my sisters donated $25. Can you tell me which sister donated so I can thank you? Or maybe it was all of you guys. And we got another donation from K-Bones. K-Bones shows up in the chat all the time and supports. I appreciate you so much, K-Bones. So we just raised another $50. Could it be because you're very focused? It might be because I'm focused. Oh, okay. Tell me so I don't butcher this again. Tell me how to pronounce this sister's name. I know you told me before. Tell me again so I don't butcher it. Write the semantics so I can sound it out. But I know exactly who you are. You just come in randomly. I love it. Thank you so much for the support, K-Bones. You're an angel. You're an angel sent from heaven. When North Korea, no cap, go viral. Yeah, North Korea is coming soon. Like, Kwa Alom Swanad. Was I on the right track? Kwa Lom Swanad. Kwa Lom Swanad. I know I'm on. I said it right, right? I got you. I know how to say your name. I'm trying to see if I said that name right. I know I said it right. Swinot. I know my girl. I know how to say my girl's name. You did great. Does that mean I didn't get all the way here? Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Swinot. Thank you so much, sister. I love you guys so much, and it's not because you guys donate. It's why I love you. I love you because you guys are so unbelievably supportive and kind, and you show up in the chat. I feel your presence in the chat, and it's very, very comforting. And I'm gonna meet you guys one day, and you're a huge reason why I'm gonna finish this challenge. And I hope to give back to you guys as much as you guys give to me, like in any way I possibly can. So your support means the world, truly. And that is a gorgeous name. When people, wow, now people do butcher my name a lot though. I feel like my name is so simple, Maryjane, but people still butcher it all the time. And it's a little annoying sometimes, so I definitely try to say other people's names right. I definitely try to get everybody's names right. I'm doing very good. It is 12:30. I'm in Japan right now. I'm sitting in Starbucks. As soon as I'm done this live stream, I'm going to go finish a video I've been working on. So I've been working on a video for like 2 or 3 days. I'm going to work on it a little bit. And then I'm going to cook. I want to go back to my Airbnb and cook. And what else we got going on? I got a couple more things I got to do today. I'm going to try to finish my book. Yeah, we got a couple more things. Maybe 2 things to choose who they want to be and they want to be with. Exactly. I truly appreciate you guys so much. We want to meet you too. And I'm going to meet you guys one day. Whenever I'm back in the U.S., I'll make sure I'm going to come down there and see you guys. And people always... I am definitely going to travel more of the U.S., but I just got to finish this every country mission first. You know that? I got to finish this thing first. But it should be. We'll see if we can finish this thing in 2026. These girls look so cute. You're calling cap if you go to Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. Why would I go to Guantanamo Bay? I can go to Cuba. I have a Cuban friend. My friend Isel is from Cuba, so I don't know. I feel like I asked her to go with me. Did I ask her? If I didn't, I'm going to ask her to go with me. One of my close friends is Cuban, so I'm just going to have her come with me if I go to Cuba if she wants to. So yeah, New Year's resolution is be more outgoing, initiate conversation with people. Like, I even feel like I've been more outgoing. So, for example, right now, I am talking to my phone, which is sitting on a tripod in Starbucks, which a lot of people can see me, by the way. And, like, I feel like maybe a year or 2 ago, I would have never been brave enough to do something like this. Like, talk to my phone, which is sitting on a tripod in a very busy Starbucks where everybody can see that I'm everybody can visibly see that I'm talking to, a phone on a tripod. They all see that I'm like live streaming or something, and like I feel no shame. Like I'm not bothering anyone, so it. But I'm definitely some people were looking at me like, "What's she doing?" I feel like I was too shy to do something like this, so like I see myself becoming more outgoing. I'm outgoing in some ways, but not in a lot of ways. Like. Definitely am not somebody who like just goes up to somebody and initiates conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I will, but just not in 2026. Not unless I finish my mission early. There's always the chance that I could finish this mission early, like November or September. I could probably finish, and then I'll have some time next year to revisit places I love. But it might take me the whole entire year to do it. You know what I'm saying? There was an American girl sitting next to me. Yeah, she's definitely American. She looks cute. You guys, I'm so excited. It's Chris. Okay, so in today's live stream, we raised 150. Thank you so much to everybody who donated. Today's live streaming goal was to wait. Yes, we raised 150. Today's live streaming goal was to raise 350. We raised 150. So trying to do math. So if 10 people donated $20, we'd make today's fundraising goal. So yeah, if you can donate to help me with this mission of visiting every country, keep bringing you guys content from all the countries, keep moving. It is so appreciated. The donation method is via Cash App, which is pinned in the comments. I love our talks. They are so fun to me. I love coming on here and talking about different topics, shooting some ideas at you guys, seeing what you think about some, deep thoughts. My mom makes fun of me sometimes because she's like, Maryjane, you think too deep. You think it too deep. I'm definitely what a lot of people would consider a deep thinker. Are we still connected, guys? Did the Wi-Fi go out? Are we still here? Are we still connected, guys? You guys, okay. That's what homeschooling does. It makes you deep thinkers. Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, that's so true. But my mom makes fun of me sometimes. She's like, girl, you think it's too deep. I'll be like, because I'll call her and I'll talk about the cosmos. And she'll be like, Maryjane, you get deep, girl. I'm like, sorry. I can't help it. Let's talk about the deep meaning of life and the perception of life. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just obsessed with I don't know. I'll be thinking too much. Sometimes it's not a good thing though, because I don't know how to shut my brain off sometimes. Like even my sister was asking, like, because my sister wanted to read on the plane, our plane ride coming here. My sister wanted to read, so she asked me like, what books do you have? And like I was showing her what books I had, and she's like, you don't have anything light? Like all my books are like psychology books. She's like, you don't have any light reading? I'm like, I don't do light reading. She's like, I need something a little lighter. Maybe fiction or a romance or, She didn't want any of my books. She said they were all too deep. I was trying to put her on. Have you heard of The Absolute Mind? I've never heard of The Absolute Mind. I have not heard of The Absolute Mind. What's that about? Okay, we're very close. We're 150. Okay, someone else. Who is this? Again? Stacy again donated $25. Thank you so much, Stacy. So, you guys, we're 125. We're 125 away from. Hold on. I'm trying to do this math right. Yes, we're 125 away from today's fundraising goal. Okay, so in this live stream, I wanted to raise $350. We're 175. We're 125. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to do math. We're 125 away from today's fundraising goal. What? Do you think life is one big social experiment? So yeah, if you can donate, I believe we can hit. We're so unbelievably close to today's fundraising goal. I know how to read that. That says "Privyet." Your girl knows Russian. That says "Privyet." I know how to read Russian. I'm right there with you. Okay, guys. If 5 people donate $25, we'll reach today's fundraising goal. You guys, we're so close. So we're 125 away from the goal. I need 5 people to donate $25 and we will reach today's fundraising goal. If you can donate, the donation method is via Cash App, which is pinned in the comments. My full name, Maryjane Byarm. We're so close to the goal. It sounds like a mind. Similar to college student, many of those people are student professors, right? You donate to my GoFundMe. Oh, thank you so much. That definitely helps. Thank you so much. I appreciate the GoFundMe donation. That absolutely works. Okay, so the person said Privyet. That's all I know how to read. I don't know how to read the second part. I'm not that good at Russian. I can do a little Russian. I know like how to say hi, bye, yes, no, like the basic stuff in Russian, but I don't know any deep Russian. Thank you so much, Scotty. Breaking the habit of being yourself is a good read. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. That sounds like it's right up my street. That sounds like a good read. That sounds like it's a book I would like. Breaking the habit of being yourself. I'm gonna look that up. Definitely gonna look that up. Yeah, I need to get back into my Russian. So I was studying Russian like 5 years ago. Like 4 years ago, I started learning Russian because the guy I was with was living in Russia. So I actually got really good at Russian, but then I lost it because I stopped trying. I stopped participating in it. But I need to get back into my Russian. I need to start learning it again. Yeah, it sounds good. I'm gonna look that up. Joe Dispenza. Let me look up this book. Joe Dispenza. Breaking a habit. Oh, I know this guy. I looked him up. I know who he is. He gives like motivational talks. Breaking the habit. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah, that looks like a good book. Oh wait. How to lose your mind and create a new one. What do you mean? How to lose your mind and create a new one. Okay, I'm gonna look into it. The absolute mind refers to a spiritual concept of universal consciousness and a brand for mental wellness practice, but exploring profound self-awareness and spirituality, connecting all. Oh. Interesting. That's interesting. I might look into that. If it doesn't contradict the Bible. Does it contradict the Bible? Does it contradict the Bible? Is the fundraiser for a good cause? The fundraiser is to help me visit all the countries in the world and bring you guys the content all over the world. If that doesn't sound like something that you're interested in, no worries at all. But it's for... Wait, the host of my Airbnb is texting me. Oh, I'll get back to her in a second. So yeah, I've been on a mission to visit all the countries on planet Earth for 8.5 years, and I'm trying to finish in 2026. I have 56 countries left, and so I'm perpetually traveling until I finish. And so I reach out to a platform and I ask for help. So yeah, that's what the fundraiser is for, and the donations have helped me get to the point of being able to visit 139 countries. And so yeah, that's what it is. Ukraine? Okay, no problem. If you don't want to donate, no worries at all. You can donate to something else you're passionate about, you care for. Totally okay with that. You're trolling. Yeah, I'm very excited. I was tired about 2 months ago, and somebody in the chat said that they noticed the difference between like before I was with my family and after, and I was like, Yeah, I definitely think that I needed to go see my family when I did, which was 2 weeks ago, because I was getting a little bit worn out. I actually was starting to have a mental breakdown. I was losing my mind. I was losing my mind. Everybody's free to support whatever they want in life. Totally, totally. Um, if you don't want to donate to me and you want to donate to something else, your prerogative. Totally okay with that. They're playing my song up in here, the Charlie Brown Christmas song. All right, you guys, let me see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Let me see what we got going on. Okay, so in today's live stream, I wanted to raise $350. We are $125 away. That's 5 people donating $25. I need 5 people to donate $25. If you can, we're gonna hit this goal. I know we can. Everything helps so much with a visa. I have like 34 visas I have to get next year. That's okay. Or a flight or something. So it's all very helpful. I was just in Ukraine, so I won't be going back to Ukraine anytime soon. I was in Ukraine last year. During the war, I was in Ukraine. Ukraine is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful country. I feel like people don't know that. Like, I didn't know Ukraine was so beautiful until I went. Like, Kyiv, the city of Kyiv, is gorgeous. It is beautiful. And Ukraine people are very beautiful, too. Ukrainian people, very, very gorgeous, beautiful people. And I was expecting the whole country to look like a war zone when I went there, and it didn't. It looked like this. And I mean, I know the war is in a very specific area of Ukraine, but I don't know, just the way it's portrayed on the news, you'd think like the whole country was up in flames, and it's not. People are living normal lives, and Kyiv, which is, I think it's the capital, right? The capital of Ukraine is Kyiv. It's gorgeous. And people are fancy in Kyiv. Like, they have Chanel bags on, and you know, they just look they're very put together. So very nice. MJ, our timeline jumps real like you back to a place and it's like different era. What is that? You mean on the live stream? Is it jumping? Is the live stream jumping? Will you take breaks in intervals during the rest of the challenge so that it won't? Maybe if I take a break, it'll be like a week. Only if I feel like I need to. But I would like to just keep traveling to new countries. Let's say I get tired, maybe I'll spend an extra 5 or so days in whatever country I'm in, but I don't want to take breaks this year or next year. I want to keep traveling. I want to keep hitting, like, boom, another country, another country, another country, another. We'll see. We're gonna attempt it. We're gonna give it the old try. This microphone here. Oh, my phone is acting up. There we go. Oh boy. Give me a second, guys. All right. I'm gonna wrap this live stream up and I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm gonna come back at like I don't know, later, like this evening. So Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go finish. I gotta go. I gotta go do stuff. I gotta go film videos and stuff. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have so many exciting things coming in the future. So, thanks you guys so much for tuning in. To those who donated, thank you so much, so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. Have you considered what country might be your last one? I know. I don't know. I think about that all the time, but like because my travels are sometimes so up in the air, like my plans will change last minute. I don't know what my last country will be, but yeah, I also think about that. I also have that thought crosses my mind. I'll be in Nigeria next month. In January, I will be in Nigeria. So I'm excited. Yeah, really, yes. I love Christmas time, guys. Okay, hold on. I just said that we were going to wrap up this live stream, but something's not letting me. Something's like, see if you can finish. See if you can wrap this thing up, NJ. Okay. We raised today's fundraising goal was 350. We're 125 away from today's goal. So if five people in the house could donate $25, we will reach today's fundraising goal. That would be crazy. The donation method is via Cash App, which is pinned in the comments for spelling. If you want, it's just my full name, Maryjane Bio. Maryjane Bio. The attention seekers. It's okay. If anyone, we've got five people donating $25, and we'll reach today's fundraising goal. It would be so helpful. I believe we can do it. I have to pee so bad. I have to pee so bad, but I'm not getting up. I'm not getting up. I believe we can finish this, and then I'll see you guys, I don't know, tomorrow. I am so excited my birthday's next week. My birthday is December 25th, so I'm turning 30, you guys, in the house. I'm going to join Team 30. Anybody Team 30, hit the like button up in here. I'm so excited to join Team 30. A lot of fun stuff happening. We're leaving the 20s in the past. The 20s were very, 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 very fun and cute. Very cute. I'm just taking this microphone off. And very fun. But it's time to say peace, sayonara. I don't got time for that anymore. Goodbye, 20s. We're heading into Team 30. I'm very excited about that. All right. Hi, Raquel. Hi. Hi, guys. Maybe catch you another amount of God willing. We love you. Love you guys. Good night. Oh, yeah, it's late. I just realized it's late on the East Coast. Good night, guys. Catch you next time, or yeah, or all 80 people donate $1.56. Oh yeah. If we'd reach today's fundraising goal, if everybody in the chat donated $2, hey, if you get donate $2, I don't know. Look, every dollar helps. Yeah, we're 125 away from today's fundraising goal, or if 4 people donated $25, or if 12 people donated $10, $15, something like that. Help your girl finish these countries. Keep going. Keep making content for you guys. Anyways, I don't know why I order these and drink the whole thing because it makes me so hyper. I got too much energy. Do you live in South Africa? Nope. I live in Japan, which is where I am right now. In real time, I'm in Japan. That's where I live. Japan. Nihon desu. That's how you say Japan in Japanese. Nihon desu onegai shimasu. I live in Japan. I can't do this anymore. I have to pee so bad. I'm sitting here trying to see if we can raise the rest of this fundraising goal, but I can't wait anymore. I have to pee. So I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's live stream if you have time to come watch. We're on a mission to visit every country in the world. It's going to be very exciting. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit like. Your girl is going to finish visiting every country in the world. So one day on this vlog next year, I will have a video from every single country on planet Earth. That's going to be crazy work. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much. I have to pee. I got to get out of here. Hope you guys have a good night. Bye.